Family and football friends are tonight remembering the Collingwood Premiership captain whose cheek and wit saw him become an even bigger star on radio and television. Tony Jones compiled this tribute.
Lou made his last live television appearance almost 6 years ago. And while it was apparent age had caught up with Lou, his mind was as sharp as ever.
Money's not the most important thing in your life.
Oh, yeah, what is?
I can't think of anything else that is important, but that is not bad.
It might just be that Lou is best remembered for his sheer showmanship. He long harboured an ambition to be a song and dance man, regardless of the fact he excelled in neither.
Give my regards to old Broadway and tell them I'll be there alive one time.
It was through football, though, that Lou Richards became a household name. And it was no accident that he would pull on the famous Collingwood jumper. He was born into football royalty. He and younger brother Ron were third-generation Magpies, continuing a dynasty started by his grandfather, Charlie Panham.
I was a champion. But I could play, and I suppose it was hereditary in the family, you know, because my grandfather played and his two sons played.
Although Lou's father drowned on Lou's 21st birthday, his mother lived until 96. Hardly a Collingwood six-footer, Lou, at 5'5.5", was always going to be a rover. His skill matched only by his cheek, and that cheek was to become his trademark.
You'd never get as good as that, Sam. I tell you what, you've tried bloody hard in your life too.
Although his media career largely overshadowed what he achieved on the football field, Lou's record as a player quite rightly sits him alongside other football greats in the AFL's Hall of Fame. He played 250 games for his beloved Pies. His 423 goals put him top of the club's goal kicking on 3 occasions. The pinnacle of his career came in 1953 when he captained Collingwood to a premiership. No lucrative endorsements in those days. There wasn't even a premiership cup, but it did pay to be on the right side of colourful businessman John Wren.
We're just ready to go in the rooms. And when I get inside, there's John Wren. And he said, "Young Richards." And I said, "Yes, Mr. Wren." He said, "How much did I give you last week?" I said, £1 note, sir. I called him sir, because, you know. And he said, "I made a mistake." Put his hand in his pocket and pulled out a big one note and gave me 20 quid.
Yeah.
And you know what I did? I said to him, being a decent boy, I said, "Would you like your £1 note back?"
Black and white to his bootlaces, it was Lou who officially buried the dreaded collywobbles when Collingwood finally broke their premiership drought in 1990.
I invented the collywobbles and today I buried them. The collywobbles are 12 feet under and they'll never rise again at Victoria Park.
Lou also represented Victoria in 3 games and was honoured with the captaincy of the Greek team of the century, recognition of his Greek heritage. Indeed, there's been much in the way of recognition for Lou. 2 years ago, Collingwood unveiled a statue in his honour.
I don't thought I'd be so famous, but you've done a marvellous job here, this club. And to do this for me is unbelievable, and I'm honoured, really.
But if there was anything Lou loved more than his football and his growing fame, it was his growing family. In 1948, he married Edna. Theirs was a partnership which lasted for 6 decades.
I had my eye on a tall, dark, handsome man, but Lou was so persistent I ended up marrying him.
Whether it be running their pubs or testing Lou with his numbers prior to broadcasting games, Edna was there for him. She was the butt of his jokes, but through it all, she was his rock.
She's a wonderful woman and a fantastic wife to me, and a great businesswoman. And I miss her. She's good to the kids love her. That's a good sign too.
The couple had 2 daughters, Kim and Nicole. Life was pretty good for Lou and Edna. They were very much A-listers. Power lunches and red carpets were the norm, but not once did they take it for granted. Sadly, Edna's final years were spent battling Alzheimer's. It was on the 8th of March 2008 that Lou lost his best friend.
I used to sit there every day with her for about an hour at least, and then I said goodbye, and then she gave me a kiss, and that's it. But it just happens.
With Edna no longer there to encourage and critique, Lou continued with his media career, a career which goes back to the late 50s when newspaper and radio bosses saw the true value in him. Generations of football fans paying the price of not putting their tips in by copping Lou's. His columns in the Sun newspaper would become legendary. The kiss of death.
We've got to get a nickname for this. And I said, well, I don't know what's coming. I said, there was a picture on not so long ago called Victor Mature was in it. He was the kiss of death. He was a gangster. I said, it's not a bad name, the kiss of death. That's how it started.
Lou dared to be different, and those dares were to become as iconic as the man himself.
Can you hold the bucket for me, will you?
Can you get this bit you missed here?
Yeah, where?
Just,
Whether it be cutting Teddy Whitten's lawn with nail clippers, rowing Geelong's Billy Goggin across the Barwon in a bathtub, piggybacking Big Mick Nolan through North Melbourne, cleaning the Collingwood Town Hall with a toothbrush, or playing the Joker in Lygon Street. Lou and us loved every moment. Then there was television, and Lou took to it instantly. To this day, World of Sport is a television institution. Sundays just weren't Sundays without the likes of Lou, Jack and Bob. It was a circus, and Ron Casey was very much the ringmaster.
Yes, it is. I obviously need makeup very badly.
If Sundays were a labour of love for Lou, so too were Saturdays when he'd don the headphones to call the match of the day. As callers go, Lou is still right up there with the best. The very, very best.
He's hit it and broke the point post. Oh, talk about a he-man. How was that? He split it right down in half. A fantastic effort by Lee Matthews.
World of Sport and the Saturday footy all came to an end for Lou when Channel 7 lost the footy rights in 1986. But there was still plenty of life left in Lou, and thankfully he accepted an offer from Channel 9. There was barely a show that Lou didn't appear on. The Today Show, Midday Show, 9 News, and of course Wide World of Sports, where he teamed up with Max Walker.
But Louis, what are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Picking strawberries.
In latter years, Lou maintained his media presence through the Sunday footy show's handball segment.
time for Louis' handball.
Well done, Bill. I just got to think of something.
You got a gag.
I've got a gag, but I can't remember the punchline at the moment. I've got to think for.
But it was soon to become apparent that retirement was finally beckoning. But Melbourne simply couldn't let go.
Lewis Charles Thomas Richards.
He was King of Moomba, was bestowed an MBE and given the keys to the city by Lord Mayor Robert Doyle, who in turn received some free advice from Lou.
You're doing well for yourself. Thank you. And keep your hands out the till, that's the most important thing.
I'll remove that. Thanks, very useful.
Well, you can put your hand in there as long as you don't get caught.
The one honour not afforded Lou, however, was elevation to legend status in the AFL's Hall of Fame. The criteria apparently didn't allow for it. His passing will certainly reignite debate as to just why. But what can't be denied is the contribution Lou made to the game, especially post-playing career. Lou taught us that football doesn't have to be so serious. We can actually have a laugh.
How you going, Lou?
Not too good, Eddie.
What's wrong,
I'm having
mate?
a bit of bad luck. Someone stole my wife's credit cards.
You're kidding. Did you report it to the police?
No, I didn't, because the guy that stole them is spending less money than she does.
While there are so many today mourning the loss of the man simply known as Louis the Lip, there's plenty of old-timers up there ready to rekindle their mateship. Jack, Bob, Ron and Bill among them. None waiting so eagerly, though, than his best mate. Tony Jones, 9 News.
Beautiful tribute, Tony. Joe Hall, thank you for joining us. We leave you with memories of Lou Richards, the football legend who's passed away aged 94. Good night.